Hello everyone, my name is Paula and I am on YouTube and Instagram, but not Facebook as Stitched by Mrs. D. There is a Stitched by Mrs. D on Facebook, but that's not me. And this video is going to be about my knitting and crochet. It's been a little while since I've seen you. I've just been really busy with my work. I work as a full-time see, this is hard when you have to fill in a form for anything. It's so hard to find the thing that I do in the drop down box. It's just not there. So I make project bags for knitters and crocheters, but you can put anything in them really. You don't have to put knitting and crochet in. I've got a shop update tomorrow night and it will include these bags, which I've made before, but I've only made them in red once before. So, but I'll talk about those at the end. I've got loads to show you. I'll start vlogmas on Sunday, so I thought I'd better have a bit of a catch up with you before I start that. I've got loads and loads to show you. Have I already said that? Because I've tried to film this quite a few times and I don't know, I just can't do it anymore. Oh, let's start with what I'm wearing. I made this last year over in the weeks leading up to Christmas. I've had to look everything up as well because I don't know what anything is called that I'm making. But this is called the Pine Forest Cardigan and it's a pattern by Martin Story. And I made it with Stylecraft Highland Heathers. All the patterns on the back as well. It was supposed to be on the sleeves as well, but I decided not to do the pattern on the sleeves. I don't know what size I made it in, but it is a bit big. But it's fine because it's nice to wrap around, and I think I made it big to wrap around, and I have needed to wrap it around over the last few days. I've enjoyed wearing it. It's really cosy. It's a bit like a dressing gown really because it's quite long as well. I'll show you. It comes all the way down there. It's nice, isn't it? All the different Christmas trees, snowflakes. Well, you can see, you don't need me to tell you what the shapes are. I'm sure you're quite capable of working that out yourself. As you can see, I've done the Christmas room. I did make a video about it, but I'm not going to put it on here because I thought, do they really want to see me traipsing all that stuff down from the loft again? So I decided not to. Of course, it's the same stuff. I might show you around one day over Vlogmas if I haven't got a lot more to show you. But it's the same stuff, but just in a different place. He's in here this year, this bear holding the lamp. I've moved him in. And I've got a little Cupie wearing a scarf, because that wasn't here last year. This dog with a scarf on, that wasn't here last year. But everything else, it was. So I thought, what's the point in showing it to you again? You've seen it. What an old Scrooge I am. But I'm right. You don't want to see it again. I've got all my Christmas mugs down. Forgot about this one. It was a surprise. I bought this last year. I don't think I've got anything new this year. Have I? Oh, I have. I got a new mug, but I'll show you that another day. Right. Let's get started because I really have got a lot to show you. So we'll start with some socks for James because these are finished and then I can give them to him, can't I? Because he will be pleased. So I'm just getting the ball band out. Is it ball band? What is that? can't even work that out, what that could be. What have I had? That might be a rainbow drop. I took these to the cinema with me and did some knitting on them last Sunday. Oh, I went to see Wicked last Sunday with Lizzy, and I have been unbearable ever since. People always think, because I like singing, that I will love musicals, but I find them a bit much sometimes. Like, I cannot bear it when people talk and sing like this. Oh, it does my head in. But that film, I've got to go and see it again. I can't get over it. So I'm going to go and see it again. But I did this I finished these whilst I was in there. So these are some socks for James, and they're made out of Yarn Smith's Merino Sock Superwash in the shade SG070. He's very pleased to have these. These are lovely and I don't know, what's the word? Smooth and silky and I don't know, lovely and soft. What's the word? They're floppy and I don't know. But yes, I will give these to him tonight. I haven't really got a lot to say about them because you've heard me talk about socks before, haven't you? 72 stitches on a 2.75mm needle. I prefer a high steel, and that's it. I don't count the rows. I do a 12 row cuff now, but I don't count the rows. I don't go by how many like repeats I did last time. I just get him to hold his foot up and see if it fits him, because he's not usually very far away from me, and I like a heel flap and gusset, and that's it really. So they're for him, and they will go to him tonight. And it's a Saturday, so we might even wear them tomorrow, because he does like to wear, if he gets new pairs, he likes to wear them on a Saturday. New sock Saturday, it's a thing in our house. Oh, what a lovely cup of coffee. I've started all sorts of things, and I've finished one thing that I've started and you haven't even seen. So let's go to that now. So I was sorting out some wool, because I've got a consolation prize planned for the new year, for when I'm all upset about Christmas being over. So I've got something ready to cast on. I'll show you that later. But whilst I was sorting out the wool ready for that, I had all of my stuff on the table, like set out in different colours. And Lizzy found two, and she said, I would love a shawl. That's sweet. I'd love a shawl made out of these colours. So I've made her a shawl out of those colours. So she picked... Oh, I might have them still in this bag. No, what is this? No, that's something different. They might be in this bag here. Yes. Oh yeah, I did use quite a bit of them. So she picked this one and this one. Now, I don't know what the colours are actually called, although I think this is something to do with mermaids. And I know this one has got a bamboo base. Cut my fringe. James cut my hair for me again the other day. He didn't do the fringe. I don't trust him with a fringe. Maybe I shouldn't trust myself with a fringe. But this is, yeah, mermaid something, and this one is a bamboo base, and they're from Beaches and Birdsong, and James bought them both for me. They might have been for a birthday, anniversary, something along those lines, and I've had them for a little while, so I think it's quite nice that Lizzy wanted a shawl made out of them. So I've made her a shawl. I had a look through the patterns that I already had on Ravelry, and I decided, well no, I didn't decide. I gave Lizzie a couple of choices, and I've bought the Curious Handmade Shawl Society a few times over the years, and I don't think I've ever knit any of the patterns. But I showed her this along with some others, and she picked this pattern here, which is the Veranda shade shawl. Oh, it was really lovely to knit. I printed that off because in colour, because I didn't think I'd have it done ready to show you, so I thought, well, I'll have to have something printed off so that I can show everybody what it's going to be like. But I finished it. So here it is. She's worn it. It was blocked. I might need to do it again. Oh, who cares? Does she care about a blocked shawl? No. It'd only be for your benefit, so I'm not going to do it because she doesn't care. It's lovely. It was really, really lovely to knit. This lace is easy. You can see where you are. You can tell if you've gone wrong, and the shawl just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But you don't realise how big it is until you cast it off. What is this? She's plugged it. Oh, that'll be easy to fix, won't it? I'll just have to... That's a stitch, that is. Look, a stitch that's been pulled. I don't mind. They're to be worn, aren't they? And that's an easy, easy thing to fix. I'm glad she's been wearing it. It suits her, these colours. No, isn't it lovely? It's really nice and long. How do I put shawls on normally? I usually... Why can't I do it? Meg's upstairs in bed. She's not very well. She's got a nasty cold, so she hasn't gone to college today. Yeah, I usually just wrap them round like that. That looks stupid, don't it? Hang on. Well, I'm sure you're all capable of doing your own shawls. You don't need me to show you, do you? But yes, it's lovely and long. It could be... Oh, I don't know. But it's nice. And when you wear it, you can see all the colours and you can see the pattern. And I'm glad I made it. I'd definitely make another one. You could even make it in one colour, couldn't you, if you had enough of the... Oh, that's not Meg. That's someone snoring. Might be Lillian. Lillian is my dog, by the way. She's a Lhasa Apso. She's old. She's had a birthday since I've seen you. Is she 12 or 13? No, I can't remember. So I knit this on, I've got the needles in here, but Knit Pro Symphonies. And this is going to sound weird, but some of you might know what I mean. I'd say for the first 5 stitches, when I'm knitting with those needles, when I first pick it up, I'm not talking about once I've got going with it and turn it round and do another row, but when I first start knitting with those needles, they feel like I've been eating grapes before I've picked up the needles, or the person who had had them before me had been doing something sticky. Because they feel a bit, I don't know, a bit sticky when you first get going, but then after a little while, a few rows go past and they felt normal. Some of you might know. I've had to write everything down because I don't know what anything is that I'm talking about. Veranda Shade Shawl, spoke about that, and it's in the Shawl Society. I've told you that. I've told you that this is the Pine Forest cardigan. Right, okay. Yeah, but she loves it and she wears it all the time. Not on school days though. Yep, I'd definitely recommend it. I'd say if you've never done like a lace pattern before, I'd say this would be a good one to start with, because after a while, look, you can see where all these bits have to line up. And once you get it, well, I don't think I looked at the pattern actually once I got the hang of it and knew this bit off by heart. But I love it. I really, really love it. It's so big, isn't it? You don't realise it's a 2-skein shawl. Beautiful. So that's for Lizzy. And now she wants a hat because she did find another skein of DK. So I have got the Curious Handmade knit vent for this year, and there's a new hat. So I think I'm going to make her that. There's some nice socks as well. And a nice wrap that I was going to make. Hang on, and I'll tell you about the next thing. So that's for Lizzy. So I was very, very lucky. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was sent, someone was having a, I haven't asked whether I'm allowed to say their name, so I'll just tell you the story. And they'll know, because they'll see it and say, hang on, that's all my stuff. So someone was having a de-stash and asked if I'd like the stash. So I said, yeah, go on then. So I got lots of sock yarn for James, and also loads of minis. So I couldn't believe it. I got them all and I put them on top of my kitchen worktop. And to start with, I you know, when you get something, you just keep looking at it. And I thought that'd make like a nice fade. And I arranged them all in a fade. And then I did a video of them so I'd remember what order they were in. And then I thought, actually, I think I want to make something with all of them, but just mix it up a bit and not worry about order. Of course, the thing I've made is quite big, is that I'm making is going to be quite big. And if you do it with a fade, when you wrap it round, you lose the colours here, don't you? And you can say, if I was doing a rainbow, if I was to do a rainbow, I'd get the red bit here, you go up to the orange, and then you'd lose the yellow, the green, and a bit of the blue, and down here you'd get the, what am I on about? You'd get the violet and the indigo, wouldn't you? And you'd lose all that other colour around the neck. So I thought, no, keep it random. So that's what I've done. Knit vent was going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and I thought, well, there's usually like a scrappy pattern with that, but I thought, I can't wait, I'm going to cast something on now. So that's what I did. So again, I looked in my Ravelry library. What a long story for something so simple. I'll understand if you don't watch anymore. I looked in my Ravelry library, and I had knit vent from last year that I hadn't. Did I buy it last year? Or did I buy it? I can't remember. Anyway, I had this pattern in my Ravelry library, so I thought I'm going to make that. So I've decided to make the trifle wrap, which is a pattern by Curious Handmade. And this is what I've done so far. It's lovely and wide, and I can do this and read as long as I keep an eye on it, on what I'm doing. Now this colour here, that is one of mine, because I didn't know how much of the little skein this was going to gobble up, and a cast on gobbles up quite a bit. So I decided to cast on in one of mine just in case it used too much, but I think it would have been okay. So here we are. Yes, this is the trifle wrap. It's lovely. I really, really enjoy doing it, knitting it. I'm making it on these, which are 4mm. I got these from Ducky Darlings, didn't I, at the East Anglian Yarn Festival. Are they chow goose with the red? They're lovely, really lovely to knit with. I did have them on straight needles, but Gary's got into the habit of Gary is my little Shih Tzu. How old is he now? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. He's nearly 9 months old, and he loves carrying things about with him. Like my other dogs have never been interested in doing anything like that at all, but he's so curious. So if I'm knitting with a long needle, he'll get that little bobble on the end and pull it, and that did happen. So I've had to transfer onto this, which is safer, and they're lovely needles, but I do like a straight needle, but that's not going to happen at the minute with Gary on the watch. So here we are, and I'm actually keeping this on show in my living room, and look, I'm keeping all of the lovely minis in this hydrangea bowl, which you can't see it's got hydrangeas in it, which got smashed, but James fixed it for me. I like a little bit of fixing, do you? Can you see that bit there? He's really good at fixing stuff, like broken teapots and mugs and things, which is probably a good job in my house. So I am a smasher. I'm a spiller and a smasher and a plucker. Destructive. Look, so here are all the colours that are going to be going into it. Oh look, do you see the colours there? Time to try to find gravity. I've been a pain. I can't stop. I've been walking around with a book like this. When I come out of the cinema after watching that, I felt like running home with my arms out singing, but I didn't. I don't know if I might do it next time I go. James didn't come with us, so he's going to come with us the next time we go, so I'm interested to see what he thinks. Yeah, so here are all the different colours that are going to be going into it, and I am keeping it pretty random. It's going to be ever so pretty. Popular. Look, beautiful. So to recap, this is the Trifle Wrap by Curious Handmade. Lovely, and it is designed to use as an advent pattern, but I'm just going to keep going until I think it's big enough, because I think this is going to be absolutely lovely. Look how nice and wide that is. It's going to be, oh, it's going to be beautiful, isn't it? So that's that, and I have that on my table next to me where I sit in the evening with that on top of it. What a delight. I'd rather have that than a box of chocolates. Right, so that's that. Let's tick that off the list, everybody. Let's be organised. Yeah, so the pets are all okay. Gary is continuing to, well, I think he's fully grown now. Lillian is okay. She had a bath yesterday. Pam is okay. The guinea pigs are in. They came in the weekend I did the Christmas room, and I've been, ever since I got them in, I've just been saying, oh, I'm glad I got them in, I'm glad I got them in, because the weather has turned really cold. And yeah, they're so funny. They've learnt the in the house noises again, like the fridge and the rustling of plastic. Weep, weep, weep. They're so funny, and they come up to the thing. You'll see them, I should think, over Vlogmas. Well, I said I got loads, and I feel like I've nearly finished. Right, I'm going to show you my blanket now. This is lovely. Oh, I finished sewing this together last night. and I absolutely loved it. I loved sewing it together. It's not completely finished because this is another consolation prize that I've got for after Christmas is over. Something to look forward to. So this is my Battenburg blanket. It's a pattern by Sandra Paul from the Cherry Heart podcast, and the pattern is written for what am I trying to say, 4-ply, or that's weight yarn, but I decided to make mine in DK, and what I'm using is the Pixie Yarns Footstep Club, which is the club for 2024, and I decided to do it in DK. So I got the first set, which are these first 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I bought them at the East Anglian Yarn Festival. There you go. And then the second, so let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to there, that's the second set. More yellowy, orangey, going into the browns. And then this last bit is the bit I've just finished sewing together. Let's put it round this way. So we're going from, let's hold it up, let's go through it all. Let's go back. My dress looks funny. Just a moment, I've just got to do a bit of moving and handling. Oh, bend at your knees, guys, bend at your knees. Right. Oh, that's better, look at that. So you can see it goes from one colour into the next and then into the next. So these purpley ones, oh, here comes Gary. These purpley ones are the most recent. I'm glad you can't see my face. You can tell by my voice that I'm pulling a horrible face, can't you? Because I'm holding on to this with my chin. But isn't it beautiful? And I love stitching it together. Gary, would you like to come and see everybody? Come on, come over here. Come on. He doesn't understand that yet. He has learnt a few tricks, but he doesn't understand that. I'll go and get him. He's just sat looking at me. Come on. Oh, so tired, aren't you? He is a lovely, lovely dog. And he's doing so well, considering he's only... Oh, I love that, Gary. I thought he was going to grow out of it, but he hasn't. Considering he's only 9 months old, he's such a good boy, aren't you? And he's got the most magnificent tail I think you will have ever seen. Look at that. Oh, he's so tired. And yeah, he's lovely. He's everything you could ever want from a friend, aren't you? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, I can't do it anymore, everybody. I've got to cuddle Gary for a minute. There, that's better, isn't it? Do you want to go and get a drink of water? Well, off he goes. He'll be around over Vlogmas. But I'll have to say, oh, you're so tired. You'll see a lot of him compared to the other people. But he follows me everywhere. So if you see a lot of him, it's not because he's my favourite. Oh, I did tell you about Ian, did I, when I was telling you about the pets? He has been to the vets. James took him because I don't like going to the vets anymore after what happened to Doug. So James has taken over that job now, and he had to go to the vets for his vaccinations and all that sort of stuff, and they weighed him. And James come back and he said he's got to go on a diet. He's too big. He weighs too much. And I said, well, did you remind them? Because he's half British short hair and they are naturally big cats. He said, oh no. He said, I told them that I caught him eating the dog food the other day. I said, what are you telling them that for? Dobbing him in? So, yeah, Ian is on a diet. He's got to go back and get checked again to make sure he's made some progress. But, so I haven't been getting him to ring his bell as much as he used to. And it was my friend's birthday the other day, and I tried to get him to sing, to ring his bell when I was singing, to do happy birthday, and he wouldn't do it. He was so cross. Well, he did in the end, very, very reluctantly, but he was cross. Yeah, poor Ian. But I think the vet, you have to bear in mind breed, don't you? He looks all right to me. We don't know what his dad is either. His dad might be a lion or something. Right, so that's that. It's beautiful and it's so heavy and lovely. Look how nice it is. Let's have that as the thumbnail. Yep, we'll see. Right, so this is my consolation prize for the new year. I've got the next pack to add to it. Let's take them out of this, because otherwise it's going to shine in your eyes, isn't it? I'll roll it down, because otherwise I might get in a muddle. So this time, look, we're going to start here at the purples. Just look how lovely and speckly they are. Or the lilac-y greys, and then the more grey, grey blue, more grey blue. I think these ones are actually my favourites so far. So I will really look forward to that. There's something to look forward to, because I do get a bit sad when Christmas is over. So I've got two things to look forward to. So this is one of them. And when I've finished, I will be putting a border on as well. I'll just have to see what border is in the pattern. But I'm sewing it all together. I told you that already. And for the cream squares, I'm using Drops Charisma, colour 01. But isn't that beautiful? Oh, lovely. I'm not keeping it in a bag anymore. I am actually keeping it out. Oh, lovely. So that's that. And that to look forward to. Good, the pile is getting smaller, everybody. Let's tick that off. Battenburg. I've also started a jumper. I don't know what happened to me. I just cast on loads of big things. I was out of control. So I haven't got a picture of this one. And I haven't really got a lot to show. What is this notebook doing in here? I thought, yes, that will be handy. But I haven't written in it. It's so sweet. Look at that little notebook. Right, so I'm making the Putney sweater, which is a pattern by Amy Loudon and Other Knits. It's a DK weight jumper, and I am using, I haven't got the bands, have I? No, because I was going to use this for something else, this wool, and I'd already rolled it up. I think I remember what it is. I'm going to have to look. Hang on, let me pause. As if by magic, I'm back. You didn't even know I've gone. Right, so I'm holding together Drops Kid Silk in black, which is colour 02, and Cascade 220 or 220 fingering, once again in the colour black, which is 8555. And I've used this combination before. I got obsessed with a cardigan on the Sky Mobile advert, and I wanted to make myself one, and I held these together to make that, and it came out nicely, so I've decided to use that combination again. So the Putney sweater is I haven't got a picture, is a lovely normal black jumper that I think I'm going to wear a lot. It's got a nice round neck. I think there's a couple of options for the sleeves, and I think I'm going to do I think they're called the balloon bracelet sleeves. And also there's an option, course, to add in a little frill around the arm, but I'm not going to do that, I don't think. But what I've done so far is the back bit, and next I've got to do, I think I've got to join up here to do two like front panels here. I'm not explaining it very well. So this bit will go across my back like this, and I think I'm making it in the medium size because I think it's got drop shoulders. Look it up, it's called the Putney sweater. It's really, really lovely. Yeah, so next I've got to pick up some stitches there and knit down, and then do the same, then join it, and then after that I think it will just be going round and round. But I've really, really enjoyed making this so far, but that's all I've done. I need to have a day in the daylight, or some time in the daylight, to pick up these bits, and that's why I haven't done any more, because I've been coming home from taking Lizzie to meet her friend, having a cup of tea and getting straight on with work. I hope to have a little bit of time off soon. I've got this shop update. Oh, I'll tell you about that later. But this is going to be beautiful. Yeah, and I'm going to make the bracelet length sleeves, but I'll show you more of this next time, because I can't really show you a lot at the minute. But these two held together is lovely. Yeah, beautiful. And it's a really, really good pattern, a really well written pattern. It's got some short rows at the top to do a little bit of shaping on the shoulders. Oh, little Gary's down here with me. He's so soft. I was worried that he was going to lose his softness, but he has maintained it, which is good. Lovely. Look at that. Is this everything? Yeah. So this will be better for me to show you next time, and next time I'll print off a picture so you can have a proper look. Oh, where did I get this from? Ah, this used to be a cushion, this bag. I made a patchwork cushion and I chopped it in half and made a bag out of it ages ago. Well, that was hard work. What's wrong with that? Oh, the things aren't. That's it. Oh, I have started a pair of socks for James as well. I love these. So this was sent to me with these minis. This wool was there as well, and it goes so well. Now, I love Monet. I don't know if you know that. James once surprised me and took me to see a real life Monet, because it was one of the things I've always wanted to see. And this is some Monet inspired yarn from Opal. Yes, and this was included in that lovely parcel I got. I actually got 2 parcels. And I always like to roll up my wool in a ball. I have got a ball winder, but I prefer to do it by hand. So I wound it up and I've cast on another pair of socks for him. I expect I'll take these to the cinema with me when I go again. Lovely. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next here, because we've got a big purple bit, and now I'm going into this bit here, which is all sorts of colours. But will it be that bit again there? I don't know. I try not to look at the band, because you quite often get a picture of what the sock is going to look like. And that's a bit of a spoiler for me. I prefer the surprise. Silly, aren't I? But lovely. I love knitting with opal. Did I tell you that this was sent to me by someone as well for James? This was sent to me by Sue and Sean. Yeah, so he will enjoy getting those tomorrow. And then, yeah, oh, I just love this. Beautiful. Right. I'm going to show you my consolation prize now that I've got to look forward to, because I have got an advent calendar. This year I went for the Bird Street Yarns weekly advent, and it's a mixture of minis and full skeins. It starts with a packet of minis. Have I already opened the first one and had a look? Yes, because I can't control myself. Johnny is normally in charge, but I actually went into his room and removed the box, took it away and opened the first one. But that's okay, isn't it? I know what I'm going to make now. I know exactly. I've even bought the pattern and printed it off. So I'd like to stick to doing one thing a week, because in the background I've got these socks, I've got this, which I'm happy to be a long-term thing for me to just do whenever. No rush, just lovely to have in the background. And then I've got my Battenburg blanket, and I'm saving the stuff for that for the new year. So I would like to try and make one thing a week with my advent stuff. And I know what I'm going to make the first week already, because I can't control myself. I'm bad. I know the only person I'm letting down is myself. I know the police aren't going to come knocking and tell me off for it. James knows what I'm like. You should see the box that's turned up for me from him. It's very hard not for me not to open it. I've had to put it behind the Gary stopper so I can't see it. So this is my consolation prize. Oh, anyway, yeah, so I've got the Bird Street Yarns Advent. So I'll be opening that every Sunday, starting from this Sunday coming up. Although that's already open, but we'll pretend it's not. So this is my consolation prize for the new year, when I'm all fed up and I need something to look forward to. Let's see if we can find a good old picture. Oh yeah, let's fold this over here and show you. Now, I've never knit a Stephen West shawl before. I've made a big cowl, but I've never made a shawl. And I've never done one of the mystery knit-alongs because I want to know what I'm getting. It's a lot of wool and money to invest in something when you might not wear it. I think I just want to know what I'm getting with him. But I saw this pattern and oh, I just love it, and I can't wait to make it. So look at that. It's called the Glow Hair Frost Shawl, and I just love it. It's got bumps, lace, colour changes, stripes, eyelets, the lot. So there it is in those colours, and then it's so hard to show you without flashing the pattern to you. I'm sure you will have seen it yourself. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness me. What needles do I need for this? I haven't even looked. 3.75. Yeah, so this is the wool I was getting ready when Lizzie spotted those two skeins together and said, I want a shawl. Well, she didn't say it like that. Makes us sound spoiled. Oh, a shawl like that would be lovely. That's what she said. Look at that. So I've picked my wool. So I'm going to use this one, which is Ducky Darlings in the colour Blossom, and this was sent to me by Sue. This one, which was sent to me in this parcel as well, and this one is Bluebird Yarn, Emma Woodhouse, and this one, which I was going to use in another shawl and you will have seen before, but I've decided I'm not going to continue with that shawl. I'm going to use it in this instead, and this is Bird Street Yarn Piglet. So you need 3 colours, and then you need 3 complementing colours. Well, it says mohair, but I think I've got, yeah, I have got a alpaca and a mohair. That'll be all right. So I've got this one, this one, oh, lovely, and this one. Oh, I could lick that. I'm not going to. I could have that in a bowl. Candy floss at the fair. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Look at that. So that is what I'm going to make in the new year. What is this? Oh, that's the bill from the shop I got the stuff from. So this is Drops Kid Silk Unicolor, which is mohair. It's very soft. I've used this in a lot of different things. And this one is Fibre Spates Alpaca and Silk, and it's so soft as well. Oh, what a lovely thing to look forward to. Would you like to eat that? I'll tell you what I had when, I'm going to talk about it again. When I went to the cinema to see Wicked, I had some of the most lovely popcorn I've ever had. And that is another reason why I want to go and see it again, so I can have more of the popcorn. I don't know what that's got to do with anything I've just been talking about. Right, so that's that. Right, I'll tell you now, you know this already I expect. I'm going to do vlogmas again this year. It will be starting on Sunday, which is also my birthday. I've got a lovely day planned. So I'll be casting on my new thing with my Bird Street Advent. I've just got a great day planned. I can't wait. I'm going to have a takeaway. It's going to be brilliant. And then we'll go from there. So I think that'd better do for today with the knitting and crochet. I think I've shown you everything. I thought it was going to take a bit longer than that. So now I'm just going to tell you about my shop update. I think. Am I? Yeah, so if you walk... I know what I've got to tell you about. So me and James will be testing more Christmas foods over Christmas. I'll also be showing you something because last year we tried chocolate Santas. Some of you might remember that. Some of them are a bit of a funny shape. We didn't realise that at the time, but we do now. Be careful, everyone. But one of the Santas that we tried had a very long expiry date on it. So I put it up with all the Christmas stuff and it came down with all the Christmas stuff. So we'll be showing you that. And we have selected, I think we've selected what we're going to do this year. But I just need to do a little bit more research to make sure I'll be able to get a version of it from most shops. The thing I was going to do, I can't get. So that is something to look out for. It's not serious. We're not going to be looking for like detecting notes of bluebell in the food that we're going to try. It is just for fun. So if you're going to watch, don't take it too seriously, because we're not going to. It's not that sort of setup round here. We don't take anything seriously, really, I don't think. I've got some, I don't know, we'll just see. I don't plan anything. I don't plan vlogmas at all. I just see what happens. So that will do for now. But I'm going to talk to you about my shop update, which will be tomorrow. So if you don't want to hear about that, I'll say goodbye to you. If you're not going to join me for vlogmas, I hope you have a very lovely Christmas if you celebrate it. If not, I hope you have a nice time until I see you next. Right, so I've got a shop update coming up, and it's going to be tomorrow night, which is, it's not Thursday, is it? It's going to be the 30th of November, and it will be at 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Oh, look at my fringe. I could be expressive on one side. Right, so you've seen me make these bags a few times before, and I love them. It's hard to get hold of this fabric now, but in the summer I managed to get some. I think I got all colours actually, and I had some. Oh, I'm in the East Anglian Yarn Festival again, everyone. So if you want to come and see me and James, who's going to be my helper, come to Norwich. I think it's the 15th and the 16th of March this year, and I have got a stall again. I'm so pleased. Going to have a lovely time. Yeah, I made some of these for my stall last year, and I think I did a batch after, but I thought I'd make some red ones. And there's lots of bunting in the tree as always, and these friends are here at the bottom. Now I haven't written anything Christmassy on, because I thought some people might like a red one, but not necessarily for it to be Christmassy, and you can use it anytime. So they've got a, you know, they've got a bit of a festive feel, haven't they, with the red and green? But they're all different, so I will list them all separately, which is a bit of a pain, because I don't really like listing stuff, because I don't like being on the computer. Not that I do it on my phone, I don't do it on a computer, so I don't know what I'm talking about really. So they're all different. Look, this one's got some squirrels on the bottom, and a fox and a heart and some bunting. The fronts are pretty similar, but the backs are different. Yeah, see, that one's got a fox, a stag, a heart. So I've got some of these. These are the large size. I think these hold up to 10 skeins. So they are pretty big. Look, as you can see from my head, I have got quite a big head. See, that one's just got a stag on the back. So they will all be listed separately. And I've got some small ones as well, which are more sock size. And I've got some zip ones as well, which are sock size. And I've also got some medium sized, more patchworky ones. They've still got the bear on, but they haven't got the bunt. Have they? I can't remember. I've got to finish sewing them up today. And I've also got to put the drawstrings in these ones as well. So I've got that shop update, and then after that I've managed to get hold of another quilt. Oh, it's lovely. Shall I go and get it quickly to show you? Yes, I'll be making these. I just love this. You're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. I love it. I can't find the start of it. Oh, isn't it pretty? So I'll be making some bags out of this. I've got to do some mending on it, which I'm looking forward to. You see this bit here? There's a few little patches like that, but I love that. And I think I'm going to visibly mend it. So I might set, look. Here we are. I'm going to probably zigzag over these bits, or cut out some patches and stick them over the top. Lovely. But I'll be doing that, I should think, over the first week of Vlogmas. And then I hope to have a little bit of time off. Of course, I've got the East Anglian Yarn Festival coming up. I'm going to be pretty busy in the new year. I'm also going to make my Easter countdown bunnies again. So I've got a busy year coming up. So I'm going to have a couple of weeks off after I finish these ones. Isn't it lovely? Do you like it? It's so pastel-y and pink and oh, it's just so pretty. There isn't as much work to do on this as there was the last one. I like the back as well. Let me show you the back. Yeah, there's not as much to do on this one as there was on the last one, but it does need a few bits doing to it before I can turn it into bags. I got it from a vintage seller. Not a seller as in down below a house, someone who sells vintage stuff. Yeah, I was really pleased with it. Yeah, so that will be coming up. But I think that better do for today. I've got to go and finish off these bags. I think James's mum's going to be popping round as well at some point. I'll make sure Meg stays upstairs so she doesn't spread her germs to any visitors who may or may not pop in. So I think that better do, hadn't it? So hopefully I'll see you on Sunday for the first day of Vlogmas. I'm really looking forward to Christmas this year. I thought I would feel sadder about Christmas as the children have got older, but I don't. I'm just as excited as I normally am, so that's good, isn't it? I think that's why I get sad every year, because I think, is this going to be the last magical one? But it's not, is it? It's just as lovely as it always is. I've stopped roast dinners. I always stop roast dinners before Christmas, so people appreciate Christmas dinner. Well, I've got to get on. I've got so much to do, and I'm sat here chit-chatting with you. Right, I'll see you on Sunday. If you're interested in one of these, they are likely to be my last batch of these, by the way. If you fancy one, I'll put the link to my shop in the description box, and they'll be there at 6 o'clock on Saturday, the 30th of November. There we are. Lovely. Right, I better go. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.